Gemini family, what's going on? Hopefully you guys are cool. We're going to be doing a deck of 12 as always. My name is Michael, for those that are new. Let's begin. Alright, this is pretty much general messages, like oracles type of thing. So sometimes I try to relate it to life events, and we'll see how I make out. Alright, we have that which cleanses and removes bad luck, right? A symbol for good fortune and sensity. It encourages regular requests for good omens from God. Right? So possibly just requesting to have good energy. You guys could be in that type of energy. Requesting to have a good day. Get this one. We have, I kept what I've heard. Signifies the act of hearing, understanding, and taking into consideration what someone has said. So if someone's saying things and it seems, practical or not practical, it seems like it's practical to your life. Like it works for you. It's you can apply it. And, it seems like it's a message for you specifically, then, take in consideration. You don't necessarily have to do what they say or, even take action on it, but at least keep it in the back of your head because you might use that within 2 to 3 years down the line, right? So just keep that in mind. Never just try to go through life and just let people just, whatever they say, just go straight out your head. Even if you don't need it, always try to just kind of track to it if that makes sense to you guys. I want you guys to be able to use everything in your life as like a tool, Nothing is a coincidence. So that's where I want that to relate to what I just said. We have he who wants to be king. So he who wants to be king must first learn to serve. This is for anyone that is inquiring of leadership role. You got to learn to work for the people. You know what I mean? You got to learn to provide value in some sort of way. And that's just for everything, but that's specifically. When I say leadership, I know, people want to businesses and stuff like that. You got to just make sure that you're someone of a worker as well. Like, make sure that you're setting an example. You ask people to work for you, you got to be able to work for them, because everybody's working with each other, right? So you just got to keep that in mind. I give my personal opinion. Doesn't mean my opinion overrides what this card says or this card overrides my personal opinion. It's just I try to relate to my personal life, and I try to give something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Take it how you take it. It depends on it. If you get it, if you get what I'm saying, cool. If not, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. I just try to. This is all freestyle off the top of my head, so just bear with me on that. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing written down enough. Right? We have puffed up arrogance, humility. All life must be valued. Just try not to be arrogant, I guess, in a sense. Like, no matter what position you work in, no matter how much you make, no matter anything like that. The person that works in the $9 billion office is no better than the janitor. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what profession you work at. Everybody has a role, and everybody's role is just as important, such as the ant. Everybody's an ant in this world. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to do our thing and handle business. No matter how you view it, everybody's in a situation for a certain reason. Like I said before, nothing's a coincidence. So just keep that in mind. That's my personal opinion. I feel like I like to go through life like that because it allows me to show appreciation to people as well. You know what I'm saying? And then when you show appreciation, they show appreciation back, and we just work together, right? So I don't know. Like I said, that's just my personal opinion. I feel like that's the best relate that I can give to you guys. All right. You have conjoined crocodiles. The conjoined crocodiles share a single stomach and yet fight over food. I never really got this card, to be honest with you guys. I never really understood this, right? But give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and read off the pamphlet real quickly. Conjoined crocodile. C, D, E, F. Okay, so you have unity in diversity. Unity in diversity, democracy and sharing. We have oceans, land, ideology, and full social and geographic constructs divide us from recognizing our shared histories, desires, identities, and humanity. There is no reward or value in fighting amongst your kin. Recognize your true enemy, stay focused, and strategize. You are being distracted from the bigger picture and your goal. Stop your inner conflicting chatter. Quit your inside voices. So there's like situations of like two brothers fighting or two sisters fighting, or whomever you deem as family or whomever you deem as a kin. If you guys are bickering and battering over some food or whatever the case is, and you got other problems out here in the world to face, then maybe, maybe it's not the appropriate. Now, I understand you're going to have disagreements. Maybe you could just walk away, be a bigger person or whatever. Like, sir, some things just don't need to take up your time. You could spend that time reading, educating yourself, getting better at doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I was to relate it to that, because I'm not going to tell you guys don't fight with your people, because I know we gonna go through that. I've been through it. You're probably gonna go through it. It's just human nature. We end up being in a situation where we end up taking off or fighting or whatever. So I would just say, do your best to try to avoid it if it's possible. Walk away. If you feel like your tension's getting up in the household, just cut it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just try your best, because it's really a waste of time for real if you really think about it. There's really bigger problems out here in the world. And not even if you're facing a bigger problem like global hunger or whatever the case is, you could just be even bettering yourself with that time, as you get older and you get more wiser, you understand, and you start to realize like, oh no, like 24 hours I can really make something happen. You ain't gotta be out here working all day or nothing like that, but just making smarter moves, smarter choices, smarter decisions in life. Alright, let's see. We have crocodile, a symbol of adaptability and cleverness. The crocodile can survive in water and on land. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Just being adaptive, being flexible as well. I actually been thinking about this. Like I have a routine, a schedule, whatever, but I would like to create 2 of them just in case I have to kind of switch and swap. I think it's a nice practice. Now that's me personally. It has nothing to do with what I just said. Well, it has something to do with its flexibility, but that's just me personally. I've been thinking heavily on this topic for my own personal reasons. But yeah, I think it's a nice thing to have a flexible mentality, and you can be able to okay, like you have people that you have some people that think, and I was thinking about this morning. You have some people that want to do entrepreneurship. You have some people that are fine with working. The people that want to work, a job, whatever, because they want stable income, they want guaranteed money. They don't want to take that risk or whatever, or they're how can I put this? I'm trying to I feel like how can I put this? It's a great mentality to be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, let's just say there's an example, like the entrepreneur, they want freedom. They got freedom. Sometimes they upset because they don't get guaranteed, whatever, but that's the risk they take. Where these 9 to 5 or the person that works a job, whatever, gets paid through an employer, through an employee, they get guaranteed money, but they don't have the freedom, and they want the freedom, but they don't want to take the risk. See what I'm saying? So it's like in the middle, if you have the mentality of, oh, I can do both. Like I can create my own life plan, like an everyday thing. You know how like normally you will go and you go to work, and then after that you probably get on your phone and TV or whatever. But if you have a legit routine, like a schedule, like an all day 24-hour method, you can fit where it needs to go. So like you can say, okay, I might go work here, or I might go and do my entrepreneur business here, or whatever the case is, and you can be flexible. And that type of thing, you have best of both worlds. Now I'm not saying I'm doing this at the moment, but I've thought about it, and I think if I was to apply this message to everyday life, that's the type of people that typically stay above water, because they can play both sides. They know how to be flexible, and you could just use that old scenario, just having that flexible mindset. It's like, how you get up. I don't want to go too deep into this because I don't know who's watching, and I don't want to try to take y'all down a rabbit hole, but that's my point. Just having a flexible mentality, being adaptive. But that's something I've been thinking about. You know what I mean? Like what it, because I normally train, like for example, I normally train at 6 a.m. in the morning. What if I can create a plan that allows me to train at 2 times if I needed to? I think that's a flexible mentality. But I've never really had an issue with either party, working or entrepreneur. I think they're both, efficient for their own purposes, for their own reasons. But I think it's a great thing to have a flexible mindset, because if you ever wanted to transfer over, you could do that without having fear and without being a scarcity in your skirt or whatever the case is. I am not carrying your basket, a symbol of self-reliance and economic self-determination. I think this is just about, sorting out your business first before you jump into other people's, or before you try to assist others. You just got to kind of focus on your situation. We have pacification, not a symbol of forgiveness and reconciliation. Possibly just forgiving others, or considering forgiving others. We have a fern. So this is named after the fern, a hardy plant which is known to grow under difficult climate conditions. So this is definitely, adaptability, right? Basically just being capable of adapting in situations. You know what? Even growing, like that's even better because it's a growing stage. So you go through something, a struggle moment in your life, you gotta be able to take that and improve with it, you know? We have moon and star, a symbol of love, faithfulness, and harmony that exists in the bonding between man and woman. So in your relationship, you guys are living like the moon and the star. It's kind of living in sync with each other and working with each other, not against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're going to go through difficult moments in your life, in your family life, in your relationship life, but the main goal is that I preach on this channel is to develop yourselves. Fine. I just told you about a new idea I've been thinking about doing this morning when I was training. I was thinking about that very heavily. I like to train with no music on just because I work out outside and it's raining and stuff, and I don't even want to get comfortable and listen to music because I don't want to have a day where I can or I'm not able to. But anyway, my point is, me doing that and me thinking about certain situations allows me to grow from them. Like, I'm not scared to think about it. I'm going to think about them situations that I went through, and I'm going to dwell on it, and I'm going to see where I can improve in my life to use that as information to be able to better myself. Not even to better my situations, my financials, my spirit, my physical, but just to better me. That's in general. That's all aspects. It's not just one. It's all of them. We have change your attitude, signifying personal reflection and transformation. It is a composition of two integral symbols, the inner star, which represents a new day, and an outer wheel, which implies moving forward. If you guys watch my channel and you guys say, well, I've heard these cards thousands of times, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to hear it thousands of times more because these are the decks I have, and I don't plan on getting any more decks for a while because, I already have like 6 or 7 of them, and I feel like these are not necessarily about information. It's like a rap song. The words that are said in the music, we've heard these things countless of times, but it's the time of the moment, one, and then it's the feeling you get from it. So when I say this card, you might be in a whole different position than when I say it 6 months from now. So I want you guys to understand, if you guys are keeping update on this channel, you're going to hear this information at the same time, but it's about interpreting in different formats, and it's about using it and reflecting on it, and then coming back to it and saying, oh wow, that message is a reminder for me. So yeah, moving forward, changing your attitude about situations. All right, I'm gonna do that again. That's too many. All right, we have a war horn, a symbol of vigilance and wariness. The Akians is a horn used to sound a battle cry. I'm gonna elaborate on that. I'm gonna just go ahead and get the pamphlet out because I've been seeing other things in the past, and I wanna these cards allow me to elaborate my personal thoughts through the cards, but I really want this channel to reflect on the mentality of people and how you guys can change your mindset and assist in that. That's what I really want this channel to highlight. So I'm gonna try my best to do so, but I'm gonna read from this book to make sure I'm not interpreting things wrong. It says, how ready are you to deal with an unexpected crisis? Get your house in order. Your survival depends on it. This card is a reminder that this card is to remind you that you need to be ever ready and vigilant to lessen the impact of any unexpected occurrences. Notice how the book says remind. That's exactly what I just said. A lot of these things that we've come across, we've heard these since a kid. Doubt's been talking around us, then they start talking to us. These things has been happening since we were small, so we know this information. It's just a reminder for you. It's pretty much get your life in order. Again, remember I just told you guys about that schedule thing. I want to have that in the clutch just in case I ever have to change my mentality about what I do for work life or whatever the case is, because I want to be able to be prepared for anything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to have a grudge towards it, nothing like that. I don't want to have that type of animosity towards certain subjects. I want to be able to do whatever, like not whatever, like obviously I have morals and principles, but I'm talking about like on the general spaces, as long as it's not neglecting my personality or me as a person, and it's not changing anything who I am today. Like, I'm not trying to go backwards, I'm trying to go forward, but at the same time knowing how to be flexible with certain situations and not just having it all my way, but being able to okay, I could deal with certain people, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? We have a readiness and prepared. A call to arms, a readiness and preparedness for action and battle. Stay alert of your surroundings and of self. Right? Staying alert of your environment and of self. So see how you're changing in certain circumstances. All of these different things. So just pretty much get prepared. Stack up your food pantry. If you guys don't have one, just put some food on the cabinets and stuff. You don't have to have the pantry to stack up. But I'm going to read these off to you guys. You guys are welcome to intake them how you intake them. I'm just going to give you guys brief clarity on what you guys was just read. So we have a symbol for good fortune and sanctity and encourages regular requests for good or means from God, signifying the act of hearing, understanding, and taking into consideration what someone has said. He who wants to be king must first learn to serve. Humility, all life must be valued. The conjoined crocodiles share a single stomach and yet fight over food. A symbol of adaptability and cleverness, the crocodile can survive in water and on land. A symbol of self-reliance and economic self-determination. A symbol of forgiveness and reconciliation. Named after the fern, a hardy plant which is known to grow under difficult climate conditions. A symbol of love, faithfulness, and harmony that exists in the bonding between man and woman. Signifying personal reflection and transformation, it is a composition of two anarchist symbols, the inner star, which represents a new day, and an outer wheel, which implies moving forward. A symbol of vigilance and wariness, the akabian, is a horn used to sound a battle cry. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next video. See y'all real soon.